In the early 1970s, something shifted in the global financial system that quietly changed how countries interact with money, trade, and energy for decades to come. It wasn't a single dramatic event that most people noticed at the time. Instead, it was a series of agreements and decisions involving oil, global trade, and the US dollar that gradually shaped a new system. Welcome to the Thinking Economist. At the center of this shift was an arrangement between the United States and Saudi Arabia, where oil trade became closely linked with the US dollar. Over time, this idea didn't stay limited to just one country. Other major oil exporters also began following the same approach, and this is where a new global pattern began to form. This pattern later became known as the petrodollar system. In simple terms, it meant that oil was mainly priced in US dollars. So if any country wanted to buy oil, it first needed to obtain dollars, regardless of its own currency. That one requirement changed the behavior of entire economies. Because energy is essential for every country, governments had no choice but to make sure they always had enough US dollars available. This led central banks and governments around the world to build large dollar reserves as a form of financial security. And as global oil trade expanded, something interesting happened in the background. The demand for oil and the demand for US dollars started reinforcing each other. The more oil was traded, the more dollars were needed. And the more dollars were needed, the more important the dollar became in global trade. Over time, this created a system where the US dollar was not just a national currency, but a central part of international commerce and financial stability. But at its core, the petrodollar system was not just about oil pricing. It was the outcome of decisions made in the 1970s that gradually shaped how money and trade would flow across the world for decades. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more videos from the Thinking Economist.